Divorce is a complex and sensitive topic that has been debated for centuries. For those seeking guidance within the Christian faith, turning to the Bible is often the first course of action. Understanding the biblical perspective on divorce requires a thorough examination of key passages within the Scriptures. In this article, we will delve into the teachings found in the books of Matthew, Genesis, and Corinthians to gain insight into the biblical stance on divorce. Unpacking the scriptural stance, a closer look at divorce in the Bible. Matthew's Gospel, the words of Jesus. Matthew 19 verses 3-9 provides a profound insight into Jesus' teachings on divorce. When confronted by the Pharisees regarding divorce, Jesus refers back to the book of Genesis, emphasizing God's plan for marriage, an unbreakable union between a man and a woman. Jesus states, "What therefore God has joined together, let no man separate," Matthew 19 verse 6. He clarifies that the only acceptable grounds for divorce is in cases of sexual immorality. Jesus' words highlight the importance of commitment and fidelity within marriage and discourage divorce except in extreme circumstances. Genesis, the original design. In the book of Genesis, we find the foundation of marriage and the importance of unity between husband and wife. Genesis 2 verse 24 states, "Therefore a man shall leave his father and his mother and hold fast to his wife, and they shall become one flesh." This verse underscores the divine intention for marriage to be a lifelong commitment. It showcases the union of two individuals becoming one, and the sacredness of that bond. While divorce was not directly addressed in Genesis, it is evident that God intended marriage to be a lasting covenant. Corinthians, addressing specific cases. The Apostle Paul's writings in Corinthians shed light on the topic of divorce in cases where a believer is married to an unbeliever. In 1 Corinthians 7 verses 12-16, Paul advises that if an unbelieving spouse is willing to remain in the marriage, the believer should not seek divorce. However, if the unbelieving partner chooses to leave, the Christian is not bound by the marriage. This passage recognizes the challenges that arise when two individuals of different faiths are joined in matrimony. Paul emphasizes the importance of maintaining peace and honoring the commitment, while acknowledging the complexities of such situations. Understanding the biblical perspective on divorce. Examining the teachings in Matthew, Genesis, and Corinthians allows us to gain a comprehensive understanding of the biblical perspective on divorce. While divorce is not ideal, the Scriptures acknowledge that it may be necessary in certain circumstances, such as sexual immorality or when an unbelieving spouse chooses to depart. However, the overarching message throughout the Bible is that marriage is a sacred covenant, intended to be a lifelong commitment. Ultimately, individuals must prayerfully consider their own circumstances and seek guidance from knowledgeable spiritual leaders when facing the challenging decision of divorce.